Hello, this is Priya, your maths tutor, and once again, I welcome you all on my channel, Vidya. So, in the last session, we have completed exercise 8.2 of the chapter 8, Trigonometry. So, today we are going to start the next exercise, which is exercise 8.3, which is most important exercise of the whole chapter. Okay, so let's start the first question. So the first question we have is express the trigonometric ratios sine A, secant A, and tan A in terms of cot A. So we need to find the value of sine A, secant A, and tan A in terms of cot A. Now, to solve these values, to find out the values, we know the three identities. So we know that the first identity sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Using the one identity, we can evaluate the other two identities. So we'll use the same three identities to find the values of sine, secant, and tan in terms of cot A. Let's see how we're going to use it. So to find the values of sine A, we know that we have identity cosecant square theta minus cot square theta. We have the A here, so we'll take A instead of theta, minus cot square A is equals to 1. Now, among the three identities, why I have taken this identity? Because I want to find the value of sine A in terms of cot A. And we know that sine and cosecant both are reciprocal of each other, right? So we want the relation, we want the terms where we can see both the terms sine and cot, or sine or cosecant and cot, and we have this identity where we can find both the terms, right? Now we want the answer in sine. So we'll convert cosecant in terms of sine, and it will be equals to cosecant is 1 upon sine. So cosecant square A is 1 upon sine square A is equals to cot square 1, this minus cot square A. When shift to the right hand side, it will be plus cot square A. So we got the values of 1 upon sine square A is equals to 1 plus cot square A. We want sine square A. So sine square A, it would be 1 upon 1 plus cot square A, right? And we want the value of sine A. So we'll take the square root of this value. So sine A is equals to 1 upon square root of 1 plus cot square A. And this is our answer. Okay? Is it clear? Wonderful. Next, we have to find the value of secant A in terms of cot A. Now that means we'll use identity where we can find both the secant and the cot. And we know that we have the next identity, which is secant square A is equals to 1 plus tan square A, where tan is reciprocal of cot. So that is again we got the values of secant and cot, right? So secant square A is equals to 1 plus 1 upon cot square A, right? Or we can write it like this, cot square A plus 1 upon cot square A. Yes, and this is the value of secant square A. We want secant A. So we'll take the reciprocal square root of it. So the answer we'll get is root cot square A plus 1 upon cot A. Okay. Is it clear how we can find the value of secant A in terms of cot A? Wonderful. And next we need to find the value of tan A in terms of cot A. And there is nothing to find. We already know both are equal, both are inversely opposite to each other. So tan A is equals to 1 upon cot A. So this way we have the values of all the three, that is sine, secant, and tan in terms of cot, right? I hope it is clear to everyone. Wonderful. Now we'll start the question number 2. So in the question number 2, we have write all other trigonometric ratios in ratios of angle A in terms of secant A. Okay, that means here we need to find the value of sine A, cos A, tan A, cosecant A, and cot A in terms of secant A, right? So let's solve it. So we have sine. Let's take sine square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. Now we want to find the value of sine in terms of secant. So what we'll do? We know that sine square A plus cos square A is 1, where cos is equals to 1 upon secant. So we will find the value of sine square A, which is 1 minus cos square A, and cos square A is 1 upon secant square A. Now we will solve it. So it will be secant square A minus 1 upon secant square A. So we got the value of sine square A in terms of secant square A. So we need to find the value of sine A. It will be the square root of secant square A minus 1 upon secant square A, which is sine square A minus 1, secant square A minus 1 upon secant A. So here we have find the values of first trigonometry ratio. Now, next we have is the cos. And we know that cos and secant both are inversely proportional to each other. So that is cos is equals to 1 upon sine, 1 upon secant. Now we need to find the value of tan in terms of secant, right? So we have the value of sine, we have the values of cos in terms of secant. So we know that tan is equals to sine upon cos. So we'll substitute the value of sine, which is secant square A minus 1 upon secant A divided 1 upon secant A, where secant and secant will get cancelled out. So we got the value of tan as square root of secant square A minus 1. So herein we have find the value of third trigonometric ratio, which is tan A. Now next we need to find cosecant A. And we know that cosecant and sine both are reciprocal to each other. So cosecant A, it is 1 upon sine A, right? And sine A is secant square A minus 1, square root of secant square A minus 1 upon secant A. So 1 upon sine A will be secant A upon square root of secant square A minus 1. Now, we have the square root in the denominator. So to get rid of the square root, we need to rationalize it. So we'll get secant A into square root of secant square A plus 1 divided herein. Okay, here we no need to rationalize. We'll write the answer as it is. Okay. Okay, last we have is to find a cot in terms of secant. And cot A is the reciprocal of tan A. And we have the value of tan in terms of secant, which is root square root A minus 1. So we will just substitute its value and we'll get our answer, right? So we got the value of cot A as 1 upon square root of secant square A minus 1. So this is how to find the value of one trigonometric ratio in terms of other trigonometric ratio. I hope it is clear to everyone. Right. Okay, so let's revise it. So first of all, the question is to find the trigonometric ratio, all other trigonometric ratios of angle A in terms of secant A. That is, we know there are 6 trigonometric ratios. We need to find the values of 5 trigonometric ratios, that is except secant, in terms of secant A. So we need to find the value of sine A in terms of secant A, cos A in terms of secant A, tan in terms of secant, cosecant and cot in terms of secant. So first of all, what we have done, we have used a relation identity sine square A plus cos square A is equals to 1, and we need to find the value of sine A. So we have taken sine square A on the left side and we have shifted cos square A on the right hand side. So we got 1 minus cos square A. So cos, but we want in terms of secant. So we have converted cos to secant, and we know that cos A is equals to 1 upon sine A. So we have written cos square A is equals to 1 upon secant square A. Sorry, 1 upon secant A. Okay. Now here 1 minus 1 upon secant square A. So these we have here. We can write 1, and we got 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon secant square A. Taking the LCM, we got secant square A. So here we got secant square A minus 1 upon secant square A. Now, sine A, we got the sine square A is equals to this value. So sine A will be the square root of this value. So we got sine A is equals to square root of secant square A minus 1 upon secant A. Okay. Now we need to find the cos A, and cos and secant both are inversely proportional to each other. So we'll directly write cos A is equals to 1 upon secant A. Now the third value we need to find is of tan. Tan A is equals to sine A upon cos A. We have the value of sine, we have the value of cos. Divide both the values, we'll get the value of tan A in terms of secant A. Okay. Now, the next we have is cosecant A. Cosecant is a reciprocal of sine. So we'll just take the reciprocal of sine value and we'll get the cosecant value. So cosecant A is equals to secant A upon square root of secant square A minus 1. Now the last we have is a cot A, which is the reciprocal of tan A. How to find cot A? Cot is equals to 1 upon tan A, and the value of tan A we have is square root of secant square A minus 1. So cot A is 1 upon square root of secant square A minus 1. Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone. Wonderful. In case you will struggle solving any of the question or any concept or any step, just let me know in the comments. I will help you out over the comments. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a nice day.